Welcome back. We are in the third week of June. We're going into the plucking of the single whip, and mainly what we're focusing on is stepping and footwork variations. So you see here, typically from single whip coil, we would go into Mabu, a horse stance. Now what we're doing is plucking and stepping back into a cross leg stance. Now to loop the drill, we're unwinding right here, unwind, coil again, unwind, coil again, step back, unwind, coil again, step back. So here you get a look at the feet where I'm using the cross leg stance and I'm unwinding. So I step back and then I unwind, step back and unwind using the hips. Another angle here, step back, unwind, and this is actually similar to the heel toe transition. Step back, unwind. Now let's look at the upper body. So I'm plucking to the side and stepping back. Now the rear hand becomes the front hand. Watch my right hand. When I coil and unwind, it's going to become the front hand. And it keeps alternating in this way as I switch the hands from the hips being switched. So I step back, unwind, and actually coil again. Step back, unwind, turn the hips, coil again. And I'm trying to keep the hands connected, keeping them sort of moving together. Remember that in a single whip, you're plucking the wrist and the elbow. So here you see me alternating left and right, front and back, if you will. I step back. Here you get a complete picture of the full body exercise. So basically what you're doing is plucking and stepping back. You're plucking and stepping back, whereas typically we would pluck and go into the horse stance, similar to this posture here. So there's a single whip variation of the footwork. Now we're going to stand high, search out the horse, and we're making a retreating drill for this posture. And you can see I'm again using the cross leg stance, and I unwind as I circle the hands. So see, I step back, I unwind, I go into a false stance, step back, false stance, step back into a cross leg, unwind, false stance. So this will help you if you have a little trouble with the footwork. What you don't want to do is rise up. Stand high, search out the horse. You kind of get the feeling that you want to rise, but that's not really what you want to do. What happens is actually the hands rise. The hands rise, and the hands are attaching to a wrist and elbow. And you can see here how the hands just drop down and circle back to the other side. So here I'm on the left. I step back, they drop down, and then I circle to the right. They drop back, circle to the left. Step back, they drop, circle to the right. Cross legs, false stance. There I step forward to switch. Step back, false stance. And that is stand high, search out the horse. So from stand high, search out the horse, we have cross hands. The hands are up, you're catching the arm. Then you seal down and strike forward. Catch the arm, seal down, and strike forward. The fingers, as I mentioned in the description, are going to the throat, and the palm is up, but you can face the palm down, no matter there. You can go to the throat, you can go to the eyes, you can do a palm, you can do a knuckle, you can do fists, so you can do the blade of the hand. So, many variations here. These are just templates. But you'll notice here that I'm alternating left and right. I'm switching sides left and right. So I'm at the right there. I turn to the left and I sit back into stand high, search out horse, false stance, step forward, mountain climbing stance. Again, turn around, stand high, search out the horse, false stance, step forward, mountain climbing stance, step back, false stance, mountain climbing stance. Turn around, step back, false stance, mountain climbing stance. So, as I mentioned in the description, this might be difficult for people to step back and squat and rotate the hands, seal down, stay relaxed. Yes, very difficult. Work on the footwork, rotating heel and toe. Similar to this drill, similar to now we're doing turn and kick, same footwork, step forward actually. In the other one we're stepping back, but in both we're retreating and sitting in the false stance. I step back, false stance, kick there, switch, step back, false stance, kick. What you want to try to do is remain low. Keep your center low. So I make a lot of minor adjustments with the feet depending on the balance. And that's what you need to give yourself the freedom to do. Yet still try to keep the integrity of the stances. So I go to false stance here, and the false stance is to pick up my legs, not necessarily in the form, but it's used to pick up the leg in preparation for the kick. I open, use Pong for the neutralize upward. So my hands are very involved, the arms are very involved. I spread them out so that I have balance. Watch here, I circle down and I spread the hands out so I have balance as I turn and as I squat down. So the hands are up. I drop them. I drop right here and open so that I have a balance proprioception with the arms. Now I'm making it a walking drill. Stepping forward, 1 and 2, and then I turn around, 1 and 2, and then I turn around. So notice the circular structure in the hands. Notice my hands go up to about my forehead height, just so that it clears my face. Some minor tips there. Now we're going to go back to cross hands, and we're just looking at the upper body. As we're in the horse stance, we're also going to look at mountain climbing stance and 4-6 stance. So I really get a chance to make it a Qigong drill. Seal down, strike forward, seal down, strike forward, and minimizing the space and time between neutralizing and striking. I go to the right. I circle down and the hand comes straight out. I circle down, the hand comes straight out. Circle down, hand comes straight out. Circle down, hand comes straight out. Notice my spine bows, my chest also bows. I even rotate on the hips as well. Turn to the left. Seal down, strike forward. Slow, smooth, and continuous are the characteristics we're looking for a Qigong exercise. Also, coordinating the breath. So anytime the hands go out, exhaling on a neutralize or block, inhaling, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And it's not absolute, it's just a general rule of thumb. Now I'm doing a variation here. So typically you would reach forward when you strike. You yield and sit back to block, but this time I'm striking as I'm back. I'm back. My weight is back. Weight is back. Weight is forward there as I strike. So I'm just working on some variations and playing with the technique a little bit. All depends on the situation. Now we're going into a brush knee strike downward. Okay. What I like to do is really extend the hand as I extend the mind in that twist step right here. The heel toe transition twist step there. And I reach forward, I block the face and I block the midsection, block the groin before I punch. I circle, block, punch. Circle, block, punch. I try to stay low with the heel toe transition and the twist leg, twist step. And my hand has an intention of plucking before the punch. So pulling, plucking, similar notions. Pulling to punch. Circle, catch, pull to punch. Circle, catch, pull to punch in a mountain climbing stance. Now I'm doing a little bit of a variation. So I'm clearing and punching with both hands sitting in the same stance. So that gives me both sides, repetition on both sides. So I sit back, circle, block, and punch. Both sides on the same leg. What you'll feel is some stiffness, some tightness when you have to cross the body. Now I'm doing a punch. Well, I was doing a punch with the same leg. Well, let's see if I do it here. No, it's opposite. So in the form, it's an opposite hand to the leg. But I'm also doing a variation right there, just there, where I do the same leg, same punch. So there's the opposite. There's the same. So again, just playing around with some variations. That's it for this week. Hope you enjoyed. I'm enjoying being back at the retreat center. And I'll see you all again next week for the Tai Chi Trend calendar series. Take care.